Chardonnay and Riesling, baby, I'll let you decide. All for you in this good feeling you provide. Hey,
If this shit sounds like the way I think it sounds.
Nah, cause it could smack, yo. It could definitely smack.
This nigga just used my mirror. Actually, used my camera as a mirror just now. Is what he just did?
He just did that.
Light skinned dude, Joe.
cheese. True to life. My nigga Sice. Hey, yo, Sice. Take these niggas home, yo. We out.
Want to introduce you to my man Concise of True to Life Music, True to Life Entertainment. Dope artist, dope producer. He helped me come up with the idea for this project. I met Sice through my man Kofi. Kofi is a dude I used to work with back in the day, and one day he was just like, yo, chill, yo. My man got beats, my man got them flamers, chill, yo, chill, son, chill, chill. But everybody always says this type of stuff to me. Everybody's a cousin or uncle that's does beats, and I don't really take it too serious. I kind of take it as it comes. But we end up going to Sice's crib one day, and Sice is playing beats, and I'm flowing. You know, the vibe is nice, you know what I'm saying? Real nice, but I could tell he's not really showing me all the heat. You know, you can't really show all your cards, you know, at the first hand. So he gave me a beat CD with about 3 beats on there. I came back and I did a joint called Relax and Take Notes. He gave me another joint with like 7 beats on it. Another beat CD with about 7 joints on there with a whole bunch of soul samples, and it was everything I was kind of looking for from a producer at that point. I decided to come back in about a couple weeks later, and I had about 3 or 4 joints to do. And you know, the one joint on there that I remember doing that kind of allowed me to know that I could really do this and pursue this as a true career was 9 to 5ers, and that was off the first album entitled Entry Level.
Networking for my 9 to 5ers, my train takers and my carpool drivers, my colleagues and my supervisors, working franchises for them tax dollars. I feel your pain holler. 9 to 5ers, my train takers and my carpool drivers, my colleagues and my supervisors, working franchises for them tax dollars. I feel your pain holler. It's 2 p.m. I see the man.
So after we finished recording, Sice hands me a CD and says, yo, there's 50 beats on here. Pick whatever you want. So that's kind of how the relationship got cultivated. You know, he did about 4 songs on my first album. And periodically after that, he would send me beats, you know, in the email. Every couple weeks or so, just send me beats. And I just kind of got into this mode where I was just writing songs about women, just writing verses about women, just kind of penning these things. And really wasn't like anything else I was writing. Then he and I had to sit down, and I said, yo, we're just going to do an album all together with your production and my rhymes dedicated to women and call it Hump Day. He thought the idea was genius. So we put the pedal to the metal, you know, started jotting down ideas as far as what kind of songs we could do to try to fill up an album, make it more diverse. Also gave me an opportunity to work with some artists out of his camp and diversify myself, you know. Shout out to Slang, shout out to K-Words, shout out to Saya, you know what I mean? And like I said, just gave me a chance to become a better artist and diversify myself, you know, within my craft. So you're not just gonna hear the boom bap on this album, you know what I'm saying? Just the typical rap. You're gonna hear some house, you're gonna hear some dubstep, you're gonna hear some pop, you know what I mean? Just a variety of different sounds to make the album, you know, complete. And you know, the one great thing about this album that I love is being able to work with one producer. You know, working with one producer, you're really gonna be able to hear the cohesion and collectiveness of a single album. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be all over the place. You're gonna hear it's gonna be song to song. You're really gonna be able to sense that this album was created, you know, together as a unit. So I really appreciate the things we've done together thus far, and we're gonna continue to push the envelope one song at a time.